the literature that you...
The triplet are a few people to rise up to overthrow that old dinosaur Fidel Castro. What's your name?
Coño, very good, muy bien hecho, coño. ¿En qué fue a Cuba? Pick him up. Then we're going to go to Versailles. We're going to eat and then they're going to go back I-95.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, right now, where they park?
We park on 50,
4th Avenue and 15.
4 and 15.
Yeah. We're working. How are they going to get to Versailles? They're bringing the cars. It's three cars, right?
No, just one. Just one big van.
Yeah, oh, one van. Okay.
One van.
Oh, okay. Good.
Okay.
Thôi hai người thôi, được rồi đó, đẹp rồi đó. Có cái cờ để nón là tốt rồi.
That's it.
How long did you around
Delhi. Yeah.
How much?
Oh, the journey.
It was a beautiful city.
I expect something modern, you know. It seems like everything that falls into the garden it becomes ugly.
Jesus Christ, yes, he's our hero. He has a big, you know what. A hero because, my God, I cannot tell you what I feel. I feel the mass.
We're from Radio Mumbai. We're from Radio Mumbai. We're the program directors from Radio Mumbai, the station that was sponsoring.
That's good. You have a business card?
I don't have. He has our.
Oh, okay. All right, sure.
Bring him to our program, to Santiago's program.
Oh, I see. Yeah, all right.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
Ay, mira, tira una foto para mí.
We'll go to Orlando, then we're gonna Vietnam veteran. Robert.
Nadie, mira para acá. Leticia. Leticia. Thank you. Me la publica.
How are you? M-I-R-I-A-M.
Thank you.
million people.
Oh.
Avísame, yo he venido con él a Cuba también a tirar en el avión.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Dale un abrazo.
Se puede.
Dario, le saca una carnita con él. Dario, tira una foto, Carlito. ¡Felicidades! ¡Un aplauso, todos! ¡Buenos ¡Ay, pero avance! Voy a coger aquí a los chicos. Ellos son todos viejos. Wow, great, congratulations.
We gotta sit down. Never sit down. Hey, we're gonna find a place to sit down because we gotta find tables so they can get out of the way, man.
We're leaving now. We need to stay. We're leaving
What do you think about about all these people, the way they're treated today?
Óigame, señora.
Menu? Yo, wait. Oye, mira. Ninguna de esta gente que está aquí tiene solo una sola cuenta.
Còn ai còn từ trường đơn nào không? Chị Xuân Lê còn từ trường đơn nào không? Bây giờ cái khoa.
Bravo. They made Canada
所以 you can say again what he said or whatever.
Ok.
Phép người bạn người Mỹ Cuba hôm nay nói về các bạn một vài lời nhân buổi gặp nhau hôm nay.
Can you turn down the radio?
Oye, go ahead and run.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, they will.
No, disturb the
Vui lòng dành chúc bạn vài giây để cho anh bạn người Mỹ Cuba nói với các bạn một vài lời nhân cái buổi tham gia vào đây hôm nay.
Okay. I want to say, first off, I'm going to say it in English, then I'm going to say something in Vietnamese. My Vietnamese is number 10. Yeah. Okay?
Don't worry.
I'll do my best. But first, I wanna really, on behalf of all our friends, fellow Vietnam veterans and members of our organization, we really appreciate you coming down here. Some of you coming from Orlando, which is a long way down. And we really came, all of us got together to honor a hero in Tong. Because you saw in the parade today, people were telling him in Spanish, because I speak Spanish, they were calling him a hero. And you saw the reaction of how he was welcomed into the hearts of the many Cuban people that love freedom, just like our Vietnamese brothers and sisters that are here. Because we live in communism, we know what it's all about. So that's why they were all out there praising him for his efforts and his bravery, because what he did was really an act of bravery. Now I'm going to say in Vietnamese. Các bạn Việt Nam, Tam Men, chúng tôi rất cảm ơn các bạn đã tham gia parade hôm nay. Anybody else want to say anything? Joe. Anybody else? You want to say something? Yes. Joseph. We want to also recognize one member, Vietnam veteran, who one Vietnam veteran. He was with the 4th Infantry Division. America. Sorry. July. He paid. And he had the old 1924 truck, so in the parade, that was his.
As a member of affairs, I am glad that we are among such great brothers and sisters. It's an honor and privilege. Thank you.
Vietnamese community in Miami, in Florida, in Tampa, and Vietnamese Veteran Association in 3 different cities. I would like to express our great appreciation for all the warm welcome the Cuban offer for Vietnamese people this morning, especially for me this morning. And from my heart, I feel that I love your people like I love all my Vietnamese people. And I would like we cooperate to have a second, the third step and more and further step to push forward until that old dinosaur Fidel Castro will collapse. Solidarity between the Vietnamese and Cuban in Miami and any other place in this world will be consolidated day by day, and in our struggle to fight against the communism until we can free our country. Now we communists.
A lot of us fought in Vietnam. I was in Camp Brown, Saigon, Big White. I don't know anybody get we once more come together. We have one common enemy. That enemy is communism. At the moment we fight communism, the more that we fight it together, the better our chances to free both countries. So we hope someday, because I spent a year in Vietnam, I fought for Vietnam, and I was glad to be in Vietnam when I was there. That we can be free one day, and maybe we can visit you at home, and you can go to our home in Cuba and visit each other. Okay?
Okay, well, good afternoon. And my English is number 10, but I would say in English.
Your English is better than my Vietnamese.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Ralph Corral, Mr. Roberto Madela, and also Alonso, and all of the members of Vietnam Veteran Association of America, and all of our Vietnamese friends here today. On behalf of the Vietnamese friends of Lý Tong from Orlando, Florida, first of all, we want to wish all of you a happy, a prosperous new year, and also the most important is the year 2000, the year we will dissolve the communists all over the world. Well, we also want to thank for the warm welcome that make a short, a tiresome trip become so pleasure, so meaningful, so fun that we receive from the Cubans to our heroes and our freedom fighter Lý Tong, and also to all of the Vietnamese that attend the parade today. And and we certainly won't forget to thank for the beautiful and delicious dinner, and may God bless all of you, and we got to give them all a big applause for all the Vietnamese Association of America.
Thank you very much. Great day. Cảm ơn tất cả anh em nha. Đường trả ra cho là không vì Mỹ Tổng một phần nhưng vì tại kia
Maybe this year.
Đón anh dạ. Dạ chị, tôi là Cửu. Dạ.
Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Xin phép chào anh rồi bữa nào mình gặp lại. Dạ. Dạ, dễ thôi mà. Kiểu tôi tên Cửu, anh lên cho đoạn Lando thì có nhiều cơ hội gặp nhau lắm, lần nào cũng có chuyện.
Thank you so much.
I will send my article to your home.
I know, anh bên anh Trăng hả? Trăng Nguyên về hả?
Đi chung với tôi, nhớ là gần. Dạ, có gì gặp anh rồi. Dạ, khoảng 12
đồng cái đó.
ở nhà không thấy gì. Mình ta kể không hiểu.
Chơi thì chúng ta an toàn.
Lên anh gì đó. Dạ, anh cái kia nó nói về luôn mà. Dạ.
Bằng lên bài xe đỏ đây rồi nè.
Dạ, thì xe đỏ
Thì mình phải vô
Scare, an airspace scare that this New Year's weekend, a U.S. pilot faces questioning about his venture into Cuban airspace. The man traveled there to drop anti-communist leaflets. He promises wherever people live under oppression, he will go there and urge people to fight.
I'm a freedom fighter, see? So anywhere there's no justice, no freedom, I come there to fight for it.
This self-proclaimed freedom fighter admits to U.S. Customs officials he flew this rented single-engine Cessna early Saturday, violated Cuban airspace, and dropped the literature.
The most important thing is I try to encourage and appeal the Cuban people, see, to stand up, to rise up, to overthrow the Havana tyrant. That's it. And maybe in the future, in North Korea, in China, anywhere there come communists, I will go there and fight it for.
Tong says he left the Tamiami airport this morning, stopped in Key West to refuel, and then headed south.
During that process, the Cuban government launched 2 MiGs that were observing his activities in Cuban airspace, but took no action.
U.S. Customs tracked the plane as well until it returned to Miami without incident about 10:30 this morning. Upon his return, the FAA brought Tong in for questioning.
And at this hour, no word of any charges. Tonight, Customs officials have since released Mr. Tong but the FAA has revoked his pilot's license. Officials say Tong has no known ties to any exile group here in South Florida. And so far, no word this evening from the Castro government about all this.
Now on to the other arrest of making a dangerous flight into Cuban airspace. He wanted to take a message to Cuba's people, but he ran into some frightening firepower, and it turns out this pilot is no stranger to danger. Benno Schmidt is live at the Tamiami Airport working this story. Benno?
Well, Martha, that pilot says he took this small Cessna you see here behind me, rented the craft, took it into Cuba this morning out of a sense of mission. We'll show you quickly now. Inside, you can still see on the floor, littered on the floor of this plane, some of those leaflets, those anti-Castro, anti-communist leaflets. Given what we found about this pilot, this dangerous, daring flight into Cuba is really hardly unusual. Lee Tong's self-proclaimed mission ended with his tiny rented Cessna meeting up with a huge U.S. Customs Black Hawk helicopter. Tong claims his freedom flight was actually easy.
I spent only 3 hours from Key West to Havana and back here. Easy. I mean, that's something that anybody can do if they want to do. See?
Tong, if anyone, should know. He was jailed after hijacking a Vietnamese airliner, tossing leaflets onto Saigon. He flew dozens of combat flights during the Vietnamese War over hostile territory. His exploits even compared to a real-life James Bond. Tong, seen standing with the owner of the rented Cessna, of course not enlightening her of his real intentions. He even went on a reconnaissance mission to Key West. Tong says he never saw the Cuban MiGs hot on his trail and says he flew so low over the water, they had trouble spotting him.
I fly 10 feet over the sea. How can they see? So they know some guys that intrude the airspace, but they don't know exactly where I am, see? And thus I escaped easy.
But why? Why risk being blown from the sky by Castro's pilots?
I believe in justice. I believe in my destiny. See? I was born to do that mission, so I cannot be shut down. I have been shut down once in 1975, see? That's it.
Rare praise from U.S. Customs, who say Tong is very lucky to be alive.
I think the pilot's probably a little bit lucky, and we're glad that the Cubans showed some restraint in this matter.
Back live now, a look at this rented plane. Tong says he spent $10,000 to rent the plane, even getting a private pilot's license. That license revoked. Officials tell us Tong could face additional charges. Reporting live at Tamiami Airport, Benno Schmidt, NBC6.
All right, Benno, thank you. Another big story tonight. Y2K turns out A-OK after bringing in the news. He's calling Tong's actions the latest, quote, counter-revolutionary provocation by an imperialist neighbor.
A cruise ship at the center of dozens of...
A daredevil pilot dropping leaflets over Havana on New Year's Day. The airspace scare ending with the pilot back on U.S. soil and in handcuffs. But tonight, the Cuban-American Veterans Association is applauding the move, and the pilot is vowing to continue his ways.
What I did a couple of days ago is just the first step. I don't want to stop right there. See?
That pilot intercepted by a pair of Cuban MiGs after they say he invaded Cuban airspace.
Now tonight, scathing remarks out of Havana over this man's Millennium message. Tonight team's Derek Hayward with more.
Pursued by this U.S. Customs jet and this Customs Black Hawk helicopter, then handcuffed and put in the back of a police car, but don't expect regrets or apologies from this former South Vietnamese Air Force.